Our next set of questions come from Vampiric Warrior on Twitter and twitch.tv/Vampiric Warrior. His Twitter is HG@HDVampiric. So he gives us 3 questions. Really appreciate it, Vamp, and yeah, there goes your shout out. So his first question is, who do you think will be top tier in Street Fighter V? So yeah, that is a very good question because right now the roster is like 1 character away from being complete. So I've yet to see who this very last character is. But right now, as of right now, the full cast with Dhalsim just being announced like yesterday, as of this recording. Let me see. Let me think. You have Ryu, you have Ken, you have Chun-Li, you have Cammy, you have Macaulay, you have Rashid, you have Laura. Who else do you have out there? I'm thinking. Armika, Karen. Who else? I feel like I'm missing somebody right now. Zangief, Dhalsim. As of right now, you have Bison, Nash. Anybody else? Is there one other woman character? I feel like I'm missing one more woman character, but as of right now, as I'm going through the list, Ryu is pretty solid. Solid overall balance right now. Let's see, Ken, he has a very good rushdown game. Let's see, Bison is I would say maybe Bison is pretty up there in terms of just his options and his mobility, stuff like that. Charlie's pretty good. He's pretty good up there. Oh, I'm missing Birdie. Charlie's pretty good in terms of a mix-up character of crossing your opponent over with his V skill and V trigger, and then let me see anybody else. But Charlie does have a not that great fireball game at this point, and with Street Fighter V, the fireball game is in terms a little bit weaker for the overall cast than it is back in other iterations like Street Fighter 4 and Street Fighter Third Strike, stuff like that. But as I keep thinking about it, Armika is looking pretty good as the footage that I'm watching, or the videos that I'm watching, the streams that I'm watching. Let's see, Zangief is pretty good. Right now, grapples in this game is also a little bit weaker. Not weaker, but there's more frame startup, so it's not instant once you get a command grab going. So, and other people have tools to get out of those command grabs. So, for the say the returning cast of characters that have great command grabs, it's a little bit more difficult to get that command grab damage going, because in Street Fighter 4 it used to be instant. Once you got in and you just did your 360, and usually any command grab will win out in that very close game matchup. But with this game, there's frame startup, so you kind of have to buffer or set your way up to get the command grab going. But anyways, I'm kind of tangenting. Let me think. I feel like Armika is really good right now, because not only is she a grappler, but she has her V trigger with Nadeshko, her tag team partner, and she has good buttons. I feel, and then that's been talked about because she just has good when I say buttons, her jab strong, fierce, short forward roundhouse, or light punch, medium punch, light punch, medium punch, and fierce punch, stuff like that. But she has a kind of a setup game with Nadeshko, her V trigger. Karen has good buttons right now. You need to get in. Macaulay looks pretty strong. But from what I'm hearing, when I'm listening to podcasts and people talk about him, his buttons are not so great, so that's why he has all those other tools, kind of a dash move, DP or Dragon Punch or anti-air move, dive kick to get in and out, but like his combo potential is not so much great. Let's see. For a offensive game, Ken is looking really good as long as you get into the training mode of like, I need to learn mix-ups, I need to learn his combo potential, his game. Because Street Fighter V is a very rush-down game, very much a change from Street Fighter 4, where it was a more defensive game. Let's see. Bison, I would say Bison has the most, like, probably the most potential to be top tier at this point. But yeah, again, we have yet to see the other cast. Laura is looking pretty good as a hybrid, like a grappler, but like with a fireball, because that's something you don't see in the Street Fighter universe. Let's see. Yeah, but right now I'm looking at Bison. Right now, I'm looking at Bison. As I keep thinking about it, I'm looking at Bison being more of the top tier, because there's a lot of things that he can do. His mobility is really good at this point, and he has the damage right now. But yeah, I gotta move on to your other questions. But thank you, Vamp, for that first question. That's a good thinker. So I really appreciate it. Let me see this next question from HD Vampiric Warrior, twitch.tv/Vampiric Warrior, is when will we be seeing you play Street Fighter V? That is a good question, because I am chomping at the bit to be able to play Street Fighter V, but as of right now, I don't have a PS4 to be able to play it, just by myself, and I don't have a PS4 or the game, so it's gonna be maybe a little while before I can get to be able to play Street Fighter 4 and to be able to stream to you guys, and hopefully by that time I'll be somewhat decent, that I can showcase what I can do and what I can't do, but I'm hoping it's sometime in the near future. But I will be watching it constantly. I'll be watching it, chomping at the bit just for more footage and just to see the matchups between different characters, and all the news that we're going to be seeing like 6 more characters as 2016 progresses through all the way to 2017. But yeah, I can only say hopefully in the near future, but it's not guaranteed. But I will be watching it. I will be studying it at the very least. But yeah, I hope that answers your question. Let's see. And his very last question is, what are your thoughts on the new Battlefront game, Star Wars Battlefront? Haven't played it. Been watching it too, though. I have to say it looks great as a Battlefront game. I know people have been complaining back in the day where it was supposed to be Battlefront 3 that was supposed to come out, but it got canceled with the whole flying into space, have space battles. They did a very good job of keeping it grounded, but with having the vehicles of, like, say, I've been watching, I guess, Max play the beta, Maximilian. I think they were just playing in the ice world. Hoth? I'm not that great with Star Wars lore, so I'm sorry for those who are just like, what the hell are you saying? But yeah, I want to say Hoth. Yeah, they did a great job with that map, incorporating everything that entails with that set of the Star Wars universe, with the walkers and stuff like that, and the other vehicles, but also having not only your standard FPS guy, but they kind of have like a MOBA thing going with the main characters, like with Vader, and I think I saw in the trailer with like Leia and Han Solo. So that's pretty cool, to have that kind of aspect in the game. And so like when you see like Luke Skywalker around, it's like, oh man, everybody focus on Luke, because Luke's gonna be tearing up people, because he's like better than like the standard character you see on your standard FPS. So you not only that you have that type of like a hero character, but you have the lore of Star Wars, so like the vehicles, the species, different species, stuff like that. I don't know if they're gonna have. I don't think they have kill streaks that other games do, like COD or maybe Battlefront. But running on the Battlefield engine, I believe, which is pretty cool. You know, it looks pretty, of course. So, you know, I like watching it. You know, but I like watching it, but from I feel like from a fighting game standpoint, like kind of esports, not so well, maybe not so much esports, but like fighting game personalities playing other games. That's where I'm more into than like just the guy that just plays, you know, FPS games. You know, he's like it's all esports and Counter-Strike like. But yeah, I mean, I like watching it. I would love to play it at some point, but if I can, I can. If I can't, I can't. It's fine. But yeah, that is the very first episode of Quality. What was the title of this show? The Quality Answers with Quality Time. Quality Answers. I'm forgetting my own title of the show. But thank you guys, Wes, Gardner, Kami the Hobo, and Vampiric Warrior HD Vampiric, for those questions. I really appreciate it. You can watch again. I'm gonna remind you guys. You can watch Kami the Hobo at Twitter at Kami the Hobo, and on YouTube, youtube.com/Kami/user/KamiV and the number 2, and also on Vimeo. I want to say I'll look up I gotta look up the address, and I'll post the link to on the description. And then you can watch Vampiric Warrior on Twitch, twitch.tv/Vampiric Warrior, and follow him on Twitter at HD Vampiric. And yeah, so that's the very first episode. I really need quality time with Marco. I need to remember my own damn title for this video. But yeah, guys, if you have any more questions, you can always send it to me at Nerd in the Bay on Twitter, at Marco Polo 177, at the Hobo Network. I run 3 Twitter accounts. You can send them to me through the Nerd in the Bay Facebook. You can send it to me, you know, messages on YouTube, youtube.com/nerdinthebay. Comment on this video, and then I'll be, I'll be answering the questions there. Where else did you send it to me? Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So guys, tell me what you think of, you know, who's top tier in Street Fighter V, who's your favorite comic book character, and why, and what do you guys think of the Battlefront game? Anything else? You know, any of those questions you have an answer for, be sure to post them on the comment section down below. Guys, if you guys like this type of video, please you know, hit us up with that like button. You guys like what we do here at Nerd in the Bay, please subscribe to us at Nerd in the Bay YouTube, and follow us on Twitch, twitch.tv/nerdinthebay. But yeah, that's it for me. That is the very first episode. Quality Answers, Quality Time with Marco. We still need to find out what that title is. And then, yeah, hope to see you next time for the second episode. And thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Peace, guys.